There's a huge difference in sales between mental toughness and resilience. One is your operating system and how you think. And the other is actions that you could take and have taken and have lived through. So what does this have to do with Kobayashi Maru Sales Training events, and how can it help you? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. Today we're talking about Kobayashi Maru Sales Training events and a resilience. It's bouncing back. Mental toughness is like what's happening in the game. Resilience is what happens after and how you can deal with it. Sure, you can have resilience in the sales call, but it's what you talk to yourself about and do after you lose that really does matter. So it doesn't matter the business, the industry, the sport. Everybody's got battle scars. I've got battle scars. And some of the battle scars allow for me to teach and say, hey, don't do it this way, do it this way. Or don't answer it this way, answer it this way. So every opportunity that you have, you're constantly learning. Like machine learning is constantly taking information and data and updating it and saying, here's how I can use it to predict what's going to happen next. We're going to take all of the events that you've lived through and that you're going to live through, and we're going to start putting them in an order for you. And I say we because you're working with me on this project, to be more resilient. So it's rejection, it's embarrassment, it's lost deals, it's resentment, it's fears. All this stuff combined get turned into, well, this is my resilience. I've lived through so much weird stuff. I have been through so many weird calls. I still get calls today. Hey, Scott, got a weird one for you. I'm like, okay, let's hear it. Like, I went to this house and this thing happened. I'm like, yeah, I've had that happen. What? Like, how? I'm like, been through thousands of sales calls. Okay, well, what would you do? Like, here's my answer. And what I look for is like, okay, there's all these things that could happen. There's only two things that can happen on a sales call. Either you're going to close it or not close it. That's it. Like it's either A or B, closed, not closed. And then there's all the stuff that happens in between. And so what happens is you can become burnt out if you get focused on like all of the problems that are going on instead of saying, hey, look, and every time that I've got a problem, it's an opportunity for me to learn. And it's an opportunity for me to stick in where everybody else is going to quit. I tell myself when weird things happen, one day I'm going to tell a crazy story from the stage and it's going to include this event. One day I'm going to have to tell this story and it's going to help and impact some salespeople. One day I'm going to tell this story and entrepreneurs are going to be saved from going through this grief. For me, there's not really a no-win scenario as long as I can say I got unstuck. I was able to move. I was able to learn something. I was able to take something away from this that now I don't have to deal with it. So most people carry this shame from a deal going wrong. Like nobody's expecting you to be 100% closer. Like I do not close. My name is Scott. I don't close at 100%. I don't pretend to. I got a pretty good closing rate, but I don't close. And I go through sales slumps. I go through sales sabotage. I go through everything that you do at a different level. When you're brand new at sales, it's like this freaking big. When you've been in sales for a long time, it collapses because you've done it before. It's things that you've been through. So let's say you're going through right now. You could say, like, look, they threw a punch at me. They landed a punch. Now I know how to bob and weave. The resilience is that now I know how to bob and weave, especially in a Kobayashi Maru Sales Training event. So, you know, I can tell you that I have been outplayed. I've been outsuckered. I've been lied to. I've been cheated. I've had deals stolen from me. I've had situations that at the end of the day, I hate the word fair, that they just weren't fair, but like it's sales. There's no such thing as fair in sales or business. There's what people do, and then there's what people say that they do. So mind these issues for the insights. What did I learn? Like there's times where I walked away from calls and I'm like, I just got sucker punched. What happened? How did I let this happen? And I get mad at myself because I let it happen. I'm like, I wasn't expecting it. But at the same time, you can't be jaded. You can't look and like, here's all these problems and people are evil. Like, no, this many people that you meet with are evil and they'll throw you off your mission and purpose and they'll throw you off your game. This is why you need resilience training. Like those people, they're not your client. They're not the person you should be doing deals with. They're a snake charmer. Let them go. Like the person you should care about is the person who's going to give you the referrals and is going to talk to you and give you testimonials and pat you on the back and introduce you to all your friends. These are the people you focus on. Like I'm giving you my resilience breakdown right now. If I could go back in time, there's a guy that lives like 3 miles from here. And between me and about 4 other technicians at the time, if I mention this dude's name, we all would be like, oh, but I learned from that dude. I learned that, like, hey, here's some things that you do and you don't do. Here's the shenanigans that guy played. This is how the guy got one over on, not just me, he got over on like 4 other technicians through lying, cheating, and stealing. And we just happened to be talking one day, and I'm like, oh my goodness, dude's name. And like all of them looked, they're like, you met with that dude? Like, I've met with that dude. And we all got busted from him, right? So it was like, I learned, hey, these are the signs that you're going to be looking with. In the beginning, you don't have a whole bunch of stories. At 25 years, I've got tons of stories. Okay? So what did I do right? What did I learn? What did I take from this experience? What could I do differently in the future? What are the signs that I could look for? Just kind of like, I got the uneasy feeling in my gut. This is how you build some of the resilience. And sometimes it's like, hey, I'm just going to talk this through with myself. I bring this up a lot. I have a gaming headset, right? I've got a gaming headset. And sometimes when I go through a weird situation, I'll talk it through. Like, hey, what could I have done differently? I don't get it. Today, I could go to ChatGPT and talk to ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm going to put a scenario in front of you. Tell me what I could have done differently. Here's what I did. Tell me what I could have done differently. How could I have changed this? How could I have worked this to my advantage? And the more that you talk about these situations in a controlled setting, the better off you are. I wouldn't like every day, all day obsess about this, because then you're going to get freaked out over negative stuff that doesn't really help you. So you should have a bounce back protocol. Like, what happens when you have a bad sales call? Okay. I'm going to listen to some Pantera. I'm going to listen to some White Zombie. I'm going to go with some old school Metallica, right? I'm going to go with some Black Sabbath. Like, okay, that's fine. Then what? Then I'm going to get in my journal and I'm going to write in my journal and I'm going to take some notes and I'm going to scream and yell in my car. Okay. And then what? Then I'm going to let it go. Perfect. Right? I'm going to call and talk to my mentor if it's too big or too much of an issue. The mistake that a lot of people make is they isolate. And so, like, it's shame. It's shame, and shame will destroy your Kobayashi Maru Sales Training event. Look at it as like, look, I've got the opportunity to learn. I've got the opportunity to be better. I've got the opportunity in a controlled environment to either A, close the deal, or B, not close the deal. There's only 2 outcomes that we can find in a sales presentation. That's it. That's the entire universe. It's either sold or not sold. Bought or not bought. It's the only thing we're working with. Everything else in the middle and in between is just details. We can figure this out. It's going to be okay. Talk to people who've been there before. Like, I call friends about sales situations and consulting situations probably once or twice a week. Hey, I got a weird one for you. They're like, weird? That's not weird. I've lived through that before. Same thing that happens to me. Hey, Scott, I've got this situation. Yeah, I've seen that 2 or 3 times. You don't go to battle alone. You don't farm alone. You don't work alone. You don't work out alone. Whatever analogy you want to use to help you out, to have somebody who's going to be on your side. When you're going through a Kobayashi Maru Sales Training event, be willing to look dumb in front of the class. Be willing to look silly in front of your peers. Because guess what? Same day, next week, week after, you're going to go through a scenario and you're going to be like, you ain't got nothing on me. We literally, like, you're thinking this. You ain't got nothing on me. We actually role played this last week, right? That helps with your mental toughness. And here's the thing. If you're a participant and you're watching, it's just as valuable as you living through the situation, because like, you learn what to say and what not to say. You learn what to do and what not to do. You learn how to ask questions about the rules. You learn how to frame the situation. You learn, hey, listen, we're all human beings. We all learn it. I'm a very slow learner. Like, people are like, hey, I'm Scott. I'm a fast learner. Nope. Scott's a slow learner. Nothing comes easy for me. Okay? I'm pretty intuitive, but nothing comes easy. So for you to build some mental toughness and some resilience in the sales process, it'll help you close deals. Be willing to do the role play. Be willing to take the lumps in a controlled environment. So in an uncontrolled environment, it seems a whole lot easier. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.